Saw him coming and dropped it short. Confirmation that there was no edge in that attempt to block the ball. Just evaded the bat and bang in front. Oh, that almost went to hand. It's going to slither away. Two fielders chasing it and just back flicking that one before he went over.
So he came down the wicket first ball. Riley Rousseau and Ibala's son, next delivery, expecting him to do the same. This was the work on the boundary. Collected and almost toppling over. A good work by his teammate, who made sure they ran down to the boundary together.
Not too many options left for Riley Rousseau, but to just take a few risks early on. And there you see, trying to upset the rhythm of the bowler by moving around, trying to indicate that he's going for a reverse. Changed his mind at the last moment.
And this is the second wicket of the innings. It's a beautiful ball. It's just slid on, no turn whatsoever, and that struck him plumb in front. And joy for Saqib.
Can read the conditions so well because the ball is just kidding on, and he loves to bowl those arm deliveries. Riley Rousseau, 103rd innings for him in his 20-over career, and a strike rate of 129, over 2,500 runs in the kitty. He'll be needed badly. Again, problem with the gripping the ball getting wet every time it rolls over this lush outfield here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. Short, and it's hoisted over the top. Fielder chasing it. The ball's going to win the race to the boundary there. Very, very welcome boundary.
Yeah, this is cleverly played by Walton. Man back at mid-off. He knows there's nobody over that cover ring of fielders, and you can see the intentional effort to get the ball up and over the cover ring. And the ball just trickling into the boundary rope. Very welcome boundary for him.
And that arm ball again, but this is played very well. He had to hurry onto that shot, but it's just a short arm jab. Found the gap to the point region for 4 runs. That ends the over. After 3, it's 19 for 2.
পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলে দুটো লাভ। 1, ক্যাশ দিয়ে ঝামেলা নেই, আর 2, কেনাকাটা হবে স্মার্টলি। তার মানে ক্যাশের চেয়ে বিকাশ ভালো।
ফিরতে হলে রবিতে ফিরে যাও।
রবিতে ফিরে এলেই 1 বছরের জন্য ফ্রি ইন্টারনেট, 100% গ্যারান্টি। এছাড়াও থাকছে আকর্ষণীয় অফার। রবি।
বাইরে দেওয়ালের উপর ধুলো টিকতেই দেয় না। এপেক্স আল্টিমা।
This is sunshine smile, makes me feel this way. When I can't see through, when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
4 wickets in his BPL career, but he can really outsmart the batters. Here he goes. Oh, that's pretty close. Oh, shake of the head. Maybe the ball. What was it pitching? That's the only thing possibly that saved him.
I think it's probably just pitched outside the line of the leg stump, Shamim. Kunal Narayan, first ball up. It's the off spinner, and yeah, it's turned out a little bit of rough, but certainly pitching outside the leg stump. And that was the saving grace for Riley Rousseau. Short.
And dispatched to the boundary. It stood up and says, hit me. And Riley Rousseau says, I'll oblige you. I'll send you to the boundary. Pensive look on the face of the captain. He knows it's going to be a daunting task to overtake that huge total by the Dhaka Dynamites. Persisting with the slip. That's good to see. They're hunting for the wickets. One that slides away from the left-handed batsman. on the turns. Biggest turner of the cricket ball. Khulna these days depends more on variations than anything else.
Sensible. No, it's a big total. 10 runs needed every over on average, but it's also important to ensure that when you're not getting those boundaries, dropping runners there, the strikes being rotated, because when you face 2 or 3 balls needing 10 over and you haven't scored too many, that's where the pressure comes, Shamim, and you look to play that big shot sometimes when it's not there. And they need to make sure they keep rotating the strike in between those boundaries as well.
With the right-handed batsman Walton on strike now, Khulna is going to just, I feel, try to bowl the other one. He hasn't done that too often. All he'll be hoping for is the ball holding its line, getting an edge to the keeper or the slipper. No, it's down the leg side. That's wayward delivery and got punished. Got what it deserved. Bad ball.
An indifferent start. Khulna, and he'll be disappointed, and so will his captain. Short. Another short delivery, and he's got nobody back on the boundary. Obviously, just the 2 out at the moment. Mandatory fielders being the power play over. And dished up a couple of deliveries that any batsman would be happy to see.
Batsman, as you said, will be pleased. It's just the required rate climbing ever so slightly, still under the 11 mark. You could tell yourself as a batsman, the other team could do it, why can't we? That's the line he wants to bowl at, but that's pleased through the covers. Oh, that's a delectable looking shot. Really had very little time to latch onto it. He timed and placed it so very well.
That's immaculate. Gave himself a little bit of room and a good connection through the gap in the offside. Nobody back on the boundary on the offside. And it's prompted a change in the field. Man's come from mid-wicket and he's come into that cover ring. He has to reinforce it.
That's it. Trying different things. He's trying to bowl the leggies, he's tried the offie, he's tried the top spinner, all in this over. 4 overs done, 33 for 2.
একটু হিসাব করে চলতে হয়। পিকার সিম তো সকালে এটা, দুপুরে এটা, রাতে এটা, কখন যে কোনটা অন থাকে আসলে একটু হিসাব। বাংলা লিংকে ফিরলে এত হিসাব করতে হয় না।
বন্ধু বাংলা লিংক সঙ্গে চালু করলে টানা 3 মাস আধা পয়সায় কথা বলুন মাত্র 39 টাকা রিচার্জে, আর সাথে আছে 10 জিবি পর্যন্ত ইন্টারনেট বোনাস। বাংলা লিংক।
তো ক্যাডেট কলেজে ফার্স্ট বয় ছিল। কোন ক্যাডেট?
ময়মনসিংহ ক্যাডেট কলেজ।
কিন্তু ময়মনসিংহ ক্যাডেট তো মেয়েদের কলেজ।
ভিটামিন এ এর বাড়তি সুরক্ষাযুক্ত সুপার ফ্রেশ ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল, যা ওমেগা 3 ও 6 এর পারফেক্ট ব্যালেন্স এবং বেটা ক্যারোটিন সমৃদ্ধ। সুপার ফ্রেশ ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল, কিছু বাড়তি ভালোর জন্য।
ফিরতে হলে রবিতে ফিরে যাও।
রবিতে ফিরে এলেই 1 বছরের জন্য ফ্রি ইন্টারনেট, 100% গ্যারান্টি। এছাড়াও থাকছে
Captain continues. That wasn't deliberate. There are times there's a bit of gamesmanship from the bowler to try and see what the batsman will do. On that occasion, Shakib genuinely losing the ball with the dampness.